What do we want?
Pentagon!
And when do we want it?
All the time! Howdy, Meowers. I'm Gigabyte.
Wow! What a cool name, Gigabyte.
Thank you.
Howdy.
Howdy, Devin.
Howdy.
Episode 10. You know what that means.
Tentastic!
Yes.
We're talking about Pentagon!
Woo!
Yeah!
We're finally talking about Pentagon, a whole episode dedicated to Pentagon because...
Deserved.
Yeah, true. Without Pentagon, there is no BlushCat.
That is absolutely true, 100%. We would not be here without Pentagon, and Pentagon would not be here without themselves as well. I know you thought I was going to say without us, right? No, Pentagon is Pentagon because they're Pentagon, and they don't need anybody else.
Okay.
I'm trying to be supportive.
Yeah, okay. We don't
need to take all the credit.
Yeah, we're not taking any credit. We should get our obligatory Stan Pentagon out of the way now. Stan Pentagon.
Stan Pentagon.
Today, we're going to be starting by talking about their recent Japanese release, and then we're going to be just sharing recent Pentagon thoughts, like on things that have happened lately with Pentagon or things that are coming up that we're looking forward to happening with Pentagon. And of course, we're going to be talking about Yanan. Because Yanan is Pentagon, okay? So we're going to be talking about Yanan. So just, that's what we have on the agenda. We're going to start with the Japanese release.
Shh.
Yeah.
That's right. I wasn't quieting her. That's Pentagon's newest Japanese single. Shh.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with their other Japanese songs, like, Cosmo or Happiness, stuff like that, you should check those out because they're all good because, it's Pentagon, Stan Pentagon.
I think Pentagon is having a good old time making us look like fools. First, they forced us to repeatedly say "humph" over and over again. And now we have to say, I liked Shh. Yeah, Shh is a good song.
Yeah, so it's gonna be weird, but that's what it's called.
Oh, but yeah, to backtrack a little bit. Cosmo, good. Happiness, really good. Sorry, I shouldn't level them like that. But I enjoyed both of those songs a lot. Because as I've said before, I often find Japanese releases super fun. And Pentagon does not disappoint either.
Yeah, I think I like Cosmo better, probably.
Than Happiness?
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow, that's surprising.
But yeah, all their releases are good. They have a Japanese member, Yuto, if you weren't familiar. So that's fun.
If you weren't familiar, why weren't you?
Yeah, really. No, because he like Pentagon, they work on their lyrics and their music themselves.
Yeah.
A lot. So Yuto is able to when it's time for another Japanese song and he's able to work on it. He didn't work on this one, but when he's able to sing it in his own language, that's fun, Yeah.
And I'm sorry to backtrack again. I just said that I was surprised that you like Cosmo more than Happiness just because of how much I like Happiness. Not because I was trying to say wow, you like Cosmo that much. No, I was just saying I think Happiness is so so fun, so much of a bop that I was oh wow, I can't believe she's thinking that Cosmo was better, but not because I thought that Cosmo was bad. Please.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Yanan's in both, so it's a win.
Oh yeah, it's a win.
Yanan is not in Shh. this song. There are only 6 of the 9 Pentagon members in this release. Tony Hongseok isn't in it, and Hui was not in it either because he was on Boys Planet and Tony was taking like a rest because he wasn't in the military anymore, but he was like, just not in this release.
Why? No Tony, no Hui, no Yanan. What was a girl to do?
Yeah, it is like, it's bittersweet, but the song is so good. Like, I really like it, big surprise, right? But like, they can have 6 members and still release a song that's really good. And, we got to see so many like Shinwon. Like, I feel like Shinwon was really standout.
Main vocal
Like,
Shinwon.
so that's good, other members getting some parts. And they don't have a music video. They have a performance video. So, like, it's actually not entirely dance, though. Like, there's some solo cuts of, like, the hallway or whatever. So it's kind of a different approach by not having a music video. I wonder if, like, since it was only a single, maybe they'll have one for it later if they release it on an album or something. I don't really know.
Maybe they're going to re-record it with more of the members once they have an album, and then they're going to do a music video then, and everyone's going to be in it.
That would be a dream.
That would be awesome. Yeah, because I really liked it as well, even though there were only 6 members, and my probably top 3 members weren't in it. And if I think back to, like, Monsta X, Rush Hour when Shonu was gone, and that was just one of my favorite members from Monsta X that wasn't in it, and I was like, I've listened to it like twice. So, sometimes it can really affect it if you're like one of your favorite people isn't in it. It probably shouldn't for, mega stans are going to be like, oh, blah, 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 like it no matter what. But even though, like, none of those people were in it, it's that good that I was still, like, I still really like it. And yeah, Shinwon was like, is it weird to say, like, he was shining, it's like, oh wow, this is like a Shinwon like moment, because that's how I felt.
Yeah, it's nice to finally see after so long of just like, I feel like he really wanted more of a chance, but
he didn't get the nickname Irrelevant Kid when I first watched Shine for no reason. It's because they never showed him.
I forgot about that.
But he was definitely Relevant Kid here.
Yeah. So Kino actually wrote lyrics on this, not like all himself, but he wrote lyrics on it and he composed on it too. So that's good, we like that. And Nathan also worked on it, and the Kino Nathan duo was always a good one. They make some really, really top quality music. I think that the actual song is really, like, distinctly Pentagon, but it also sounds like it could be a girl group song. Maybe that's weird, but I just get, like, girl group vibes from it.
Okay. I could believe it. Like, I didn't necessarily feel that, when I was listening to it, but I could believe that, yeah.
I also like the way that they say shh.
I think that the way they say it kind of sounds like they're saying she, like the word she. So it kind of sounds like they're like she.
Oh, no. Well, overall, I really like it. And I'm glad they actually released something because, I was worried. So hopefully them releasing something is a good sign.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's really, like, I like how boppy it is.
Yeah.
And when I first listened to it, I thought maybe they were saying shh. I don't know how I should pronounce it. I thought that they were saying shh a little too much. But I don't actually think that anymore. That was just the first listen through. I was like, are they repeating this too much? But now I feel the vibes. And yeah, probably one of my favorite parts, in terms of like vocal tone, is surprisingly Shinwon's part, like near the beginning. I think his line that he's singing near the beginning. I really like the sound of that line.
Yeah, good job, Shinwon. we said like a long time ago that he listened to BlushCat. Maybe that's still true. Hi, Shinwon.
Hi. How you doing? Did your football match go well?
Okay. Well, I wanted to say that Pentagon, I feel like, started doing this a lot at some point, and now like all the time, like Dr. Bebe, Feeling Like, this song. They even like Baby I Love You. I think there's a part like that, right? Yuto and Roni get like, they like to do the whole dual rap, like joint rapping content. So like literally in the video for this song, they kind of like have their part together. Like they each get their chance, obviously, but they're like standing there and it's like, the two rapper moment. Like,
right, like it's like a Drew Honey I Am situation.
Yeah. So I think I like that when groups do that, Lisa, Jenny, Drew Honey I Am,
I always like the Lisa Jenny
Mark.
parts.
Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah. Like, I feel like maybe I'm crazy in saying this.
Maybe I am a mess. Okay.
But I feel like BTS doesn't ever really do that. Like, for BTS raps, it's like each person has their rap. Like, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like, I don't think they ever do it like that.
Yeah, they don't ever rap together.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I was saying, Monsta X, I feel like they do it a lot. They usually each have their own rap part, and then they'll also have, like, a part together.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. I also will say that it was nice to see Jinho, like, it still feels refreshing to have him back, even though he's been back for a while.
Yeah.
But, like, it's, like, Hui wasn't there, but we still have Jinho. And also Yanan is there, and he is getting more parts than usual, too, because, like we said, there were 3 people missing from it. So everybody was kind of getting their moment.
Yeah.
I don't think that I have anything else to say about that song, though.
I'll say that about the performance video, I really liked the coloring of it.
Okay.
Like the pinks and the blues. It was so pretty. And like their outfits going with those, like that color scheme as well. Like I thought it was really visually appealing, even though it was very simple and basically just like, a room and like colored lighting.
Okay. Well, we said we're just going to be talking about Pentagon. So we're going to talk about Pentagon some more. Now, we have said that 3 members were missing for this Japanese release. But now we have great news, Meowers. If you're not standing Pentagon yet, 1, I have no idea why. We've been telling you, stand Pentagon. That's our brand. Stand Pentagon.
Stand Pentagon.
So you should honestly know this already. But we're going to tell you that Tony is back.
Woo!
We've already talked about how he was gone, but now he is back, and it's great news. Maybe he will only do, like, events selectively or something. I'm not sure, but, it's good to see him there. It's good to see all of the Pentagon members. Like, I'm saying this as a general statement, so I am including Yanan. It's good to see all of the Pentagon members together in general, and right now we have 8 of the 9 after so long. So we're waiting for Yanan. I'm waiting for Yanan. I so desperately hope that he does come back like he always has so far, even though it's been like years sometimes, and it's like he still does eventually come back each time that he goes to China. So I still have hope, even though it's Cube, even though like it's been so long, but members have mentioned him. And you know, the Weverse situation with the DMs opened. Pentagon recently moved to Weverse because the YouTube platform that they had been using, they shut that down. So they finally moved to Weverse. Now they can do Weverse lives, and they had the 8 out of 9 member group live the other day. That was great. You know, it's been so long, and the DM service opened up, and I'm clinging to the hope that Yanan will come back, because they said that the service will open for certain members later. Like, there was a message about that. And Tony, I was like, it could apply to him, but he's already on the service. Yep. So the only member it literally applies to is Yanan. So they're either lying to us all and it's never going to open for that member, or it's going to open for Yanan at some point, which I really hope is sooner rather than later.
Please, Yanan, please, Cube.
Yeah, please. Like, you know, I'm glad that he's getting so many opportunities in China. Like, he has a lot of popularity in China. He's on a show right now that I haven't had a chance to watch. It's like a performance show, but it doesn't put him in a new group or anything like that. But, you know, he's getting brand deals and like things like that. A couple of the other times he was in China, he had filmed dramas, so I don't really know. It's hard for me to keep up with those projects. But, you know, I'm glad that he is getting that relevancy. I'm just, like, he has said before how much, like, Pentagon means to him. So, until it's actually his decision to not go back, I'm gonna still hope that he goes back.
Yeah.
To Pentagon.
Yeah. It's just, like, if it was an individual situation, like if it was just a specific case of this happening to a person, that would be one thing. Like, we would have our own, you know, concerns and worries based off of that. But the fact that it's more of like how a Chinese member of a K-pop group is being excluded situation, like, those happen across many groups. Yeah. So it's not like we're just being, you know, it's not just like a case situation of Yanan and Pentagon. It's like more of a situation of a Chinese member and their K-pop group, and it's being like, you know, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen his like person in China. Like, I don't know what his vibes are like when he's there, you know, what his emotions or mental state seem like there. But all I know is that when I've seen him back in Pentagon, like particularly the Daisy era, was it, I think? When I saw Yanan like coming back for the Daisy era, I was like, my God, is there a person that like is having more fun and like loving to be on the stage more than Yanan right now? He just seemed like he was like so happy to be doing that, like so just fully, you know, like enjoying himself and in it. So yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if he also seems that way doing these other things in China. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, they're torturing like him there by making him do those things and like they should let him do what he loves. Like, no, he maybe is doing what he loves all the time, but I'm just saying it definitely seemed like he really did enjoy being in Pentagon and, you know, performing on stage and stuff like that. So yeah, I really hope that he gets to come back.
And yeah, as a Yanan biased person, that would be me. and as somebody who has been a Pentagon fan for a relatively long time now, I was like a Shine Naughty Boy era stan, oh, basic, I know. But like...
But you stayed, unlike some people.
I stayed. But so I've been around for like pretty much all of the Yanan hiatuses, except for like the time he wasn't there during Critical Beauty. But that was a like different situation. But, to see the members always having something to deal with is so like, that's part of the reason we're always saying stan Pentagon, because it's not just like the fans don't like, or it's not just like people don't want to become a fan, but it's like the members are always dealing with some sort of hardship or some sort of like roadblock.
Yeah.
But I think that Yanan will like he'll always say when he comes back that he does enjoy performing on stage. And when he's in China, although like I said, I don't really keep up as easily with the stuff that he does in China. It's like harder to find, harder to get access to it, or like, just in general, I'm not as interested in that sort of those like performance shows. But he doesn't seem like he usually gets a chance to be on stage, except for the show that he's on now is letting him do that. So that's like something that hopefully he's actually enjoying, to at least be able to perform.
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss Yanan.
Yanan missing hours now.
Always.
24/7.
Yeah. So 8 out of 9 members are active right now in Korea, 1 active in China, and they're about to have their Japanese fan concert. They're having that on May 24th and 25th, so that actually will have happened by the time this is out.
You guys have already seen it.
We just didn't see it yet. So it's like Yuto was in Japan for a long time. But then he like finally went back to Korea, and they are now headed back for the fan con, because that's another situation with the Pentagon members always having something going on. Like either the members are enlisted, Yanan's in China, Yuto's been in Japan a lot, like doing his own promotion, like hosting, stuff like that. So it's great that they're getting those kind of opportunities, and I bet it is nice to be in their home country, but at the same time, they wanted to be in a K-pop group. So it's like, surely it's not entirely like something bad for a fan to say like, oh, I wish they would release some content as Pentagon.
Yeah.
And since Tony is back, he is confirmed to be in the fan con that they're going to be doing. Yeah.
Wait. So what songs did Tony miss? Feeling Like? Was he in that?
He was in that.
So he didn't miss anything yet? Besides, Shh.
Yeah, he didn't miss anything yet, because they had Feeling Like that was the last Pentagon song. That
was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, okay, I was going to say do I have to prepare myself for him to like be, like have a new presence in something? But so is Hui going to be at that thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so Hui will be, but we've already seen Hui in Feeling Like, right? Oh my god, we saw
he wasn't in the video.
Right, he wasn't in the video, but they performed at one of those, like, some award show or Gaia or something, right?
Performances.
And in that, was Hui there, but Tony wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, but so now we'll see Tony and Hui in it together if they do that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna get some fresh stuff out of that.
I really like Feeling Like.
Yeah, me too.
I like all of Pentagon's recent stuff a lot.
I think there are so few Pentagon songs that I would like say, you know, not exactly my style. Like, I don't think any of them are like really unlistenable, but there's some that I'm like, I don't really want to listen to this right now. But most of Pentagon's music, and like that, all those ones that I think that about are like the early ones that they didn't even really work on. So, and it's just a couple. But like, Pentagon just makes really good music.
I haven't heard their entire discography, especially when it comes to the earlier stuff. I definitely know that there's songs here and there, especially with the earlier stuff that I have heard that I just didn't care for. But yeah, now that you pointed out, now that I think about it, I can't really think of a Pentagon song that I'm like, oh my God, turn this song off. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And that will happen for me more often in K-pop in general. Like, there's songs that are like, I can't listen to this. Like, please, I hate this song, or I think it's really bad. But I can't think of any Pentagon songs that I feel that way about. There would just be songs that I'm like, yeah, like I'm not gonna add it to my playlist. Like, I don't really care for it, but I don't think it's bad either. I'm just like, yeah, not really my, like, for me it would be just not really my style.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't think that they're bad.
Right now, they have, like we've been saying, 8 out of 9 members ready for the Japanese fan con. But, you know, we don't know if they're going to have a Korean comeback anytime soon. There's still no announcement of that yet.
Oh, God.
If they do, I really, once again, am hoping, please, can't Yanan just be in it? Please? He has, like, there are so
Korean.
many comebacks that he has missed. And it just makes me really sad. But, you know, like we said with the Japanese release, even if there's only 6 members, they managed to pull it off, and it's still a great song. So, like, will it be good even if somebody isn't there? Probably, but am I still gonna miss the member who's not there? Yeah.
Yeah. Was Yanan in Do or Not?
Yes.
Was he in Daisy? Yeah,
yes.
He was. So, like, the past 3, like, comebacks, feeling like Do or Not and Daisy, he was at all of those?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was probably, like, the longest streak in a long time that he had been in.
And it was good. It was good, man.
Yeah.
We gotta cherish that.
Yeah.
But please, you know, we can have a 4th, too, you know?
Yeah. That whole period of, like, Dr. Bebe before Daisy was so shaky. Like, we had no idea what was going on. Like, we were like, is Yanan coming back? Every now and again you might like think, oh, is he back in Korea? And like, we didn't know. So right now I'd say the situation is maybe a little better than that, because the members have, like, I think I mentioned, like, at least Yuto has referenced him lately, or like recently, when this was like months ago now, but when we got back from the military, he talked about Yanan, and his birthday is marked in the season's greeting calendar.
That would be quite awkward.
Or whatever it's called. The calendar is there, and his birthday's in October, so like that's still a ways away. So it'd be kind of awkward.
Yeah, that would be weird. Or would it be more weird if they released the calendar, you know, however, at whatever time they released it, and like didn't have him in it because they're like, well, you know, we're thinking like way down at that time, he's probably not going to be here. Like, maybe that would be awkward. No, he's there. He's going to be in it.
I hope so. But even if Yanan is in it, and even if, like, let's hope they get a comeback, okay? Let's hope everybody is in it. That would be great. But we have to remember that Shinwon does have to enlist at some point next. Like, he's next in line age-wise, and we already know that, he, traded his radio show position over to
God.
Roni, like, to start getting ready for him leaving.
I have a question. Sorry.
Sure.
So I talked about the past 3 comebacks Yanan was in, but I know that we were missing Hui for Feeling Like, we were missing Jinho for Do or Not, and Daisy, right?
Yeah.
So the last time that we had a full 9-member comeback was what, like never?
Yeah.
Because Humph would be before that, and it wasn't for that because there was no Yanan.
Sha-la-la era was
no Kino.
like Kino had an injury, so he wasn't able to perform every stage, so you could consider that as not entirely like a perfect full comeback. Cosmo was just a Japanese release. They had 3 songs on an album, but
they didn't promote it or anything,
wasn't
right?
really promoted. Naughty Boy was missing Yanon. And then Shine, I guess, maybe.
Oh my God, that's not even.
Yeah.
It's not even that's, oh my. So since they've had 9 members, they've never had a full 9-member comeback. That's crazy. It's been years.
Is that really true? That's so.
Unless we're forgetting one.
Yeah.
All 9, oh my God, all 9 of them have never performed on a stage for like comeback purposes. Wow.
That hurts. Like,
that's crazy.
That sounds like I want to not believe that. Like, there's got to be something I'm forgetting, but I really don't think that's the case. I think that's just true.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Please, let this time be the time. Whenever this time will be. I don't even. They're gonna run out of time. Shinwon's gonna be gone.
I know, like when
it's Shinwon's relevancy era.
When we've got everybody to like that group live, kind of made me like a little bit like, are they getting ready for a comeback and Yanon's not even back from China yet? Like, that's a little bit like, oh, what if he's not gonna be in it? Like,
Maybe he's practicing separately.
Maybe. But either way, a Pentagon comeback at this point, if Cube gives them a comeback, I'll celebrate because everything was rocky for a while.
They've got to have tons of money from Queen Card. So, I mean, like, obviously, a lot of that money goes to Idol as a group, but like the other money goes to the company, Cube. So like Cube, just use it for Pentagon.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they've got to have a lot from Hui on Boys Planet, because I'm sure the trainees don't get paid individually. The companies get paid.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can only hope, we can only hope. But about Hui, he finished Boys Planet. He made it through. He didn't make it into the group, but he got through the program, and I do think he brought a little bit of clout to Pentagon, based on at least like the viewing, like the number of viewers for his Weverse lives that he's done.
Okay.
It seems like he gets a little more engagement with those. So, that's great. More Pentagon fans, more chances that Cube will start listening to the fans and giving Pentagon more opportunities. He was recently actually on K909, which is just it was a chance for him to showcase a song, and it wasn't another competition show, survival program. It was just something he went on. And what song did he choose to sing on that?
Well, but of course he chose none other than self-produced, self-written, Energetic by, well, 101, I guess you'd say, but like he made it, so it's kind of weird to say that, like to have to give up your your song to saying that it's by somebody else. But the person that had the song released, the group, was Wanna One, but he made the song.
Yeah. And always, if Energetic comes up, I've got to throw Roni's name in there too, because he does have some credits, but, you know, it's very...
Hongseok from Pentagon. In case... we've been calling him Roni this whole time?
I think so.
Did we ever clarify? It's Roni and
Probably
Tony,
not.
guys. Roni and Tony.
Yeah. So, like, but it is a very Hui sounding song. So, and
Yeah.
he did the little medley on the piano for his self, like, not audition,
Promo?
but yeah, like the
Introduction?
1 minute video on Voice Planet, and he did Energetic. So it's been very relevant to him lately once again. It's kind of come full circle. So he did I don't remember what they called it specifically. I feel like it was like, you know, they labeled the type of genre or something, or way he changed it, but maybe they didn't. Like he redid it a little bit.
Like the abridged version or something.
Well, yeah, it was a bridge, but it was like he gave it a little bit of a different sound.
Oh.
Just a little bit, but
I didn't notice. Like, I mean, there was like a real band sort of thing
Yeah.
like happening, so maybe that's why I wouldn't have noticed that if there was something different.
mm-hmm. What did you think of it?
I was starting to think this when I heard Hui do Energetic for the Boys Planet, you know, video thing. And so, like, I had already thought it at that point, but then obviously I was thinking it with this as well, and thinking it even more so. I'm just so surprised that I never really realized, because I always knew that Hui made the song, but I never really realized when Wanna One sang it how much it sounds like Hui.
Yeah.
Like, now when I hear Hui sing it, it's like, it's not like he's singing it like Wanna One. It's like Wanna One was singing it like Hui. Like, that's the reason that song is so good, is because it's like they did a Hui, you know, Hui song, Hui sound, Hui vibe. It's just so, it is so Hui, and it's so good. The only thing that I didn't really like was like just the audio of the video that I was listening to. It seemed kind of like weird. Like, it was like,
yeah, I agree with
the
that.
balancing was weird or something, and that was weirding me out. But like, I think he did a great job. I loved his outfit. I really liked it. And yeah, it's very, just like, it was smacking me in the face like, wow, this song sounds exactly like when Wanna One does it, but I'm realizing that's because Wanna One like sounded like Hui.
Yeah, it was really good. Check it out if you aren't familiar with it. And also then, like, go ahead and listen to the Wanna One version if you're not familiar with that.
Yeah, that's good too. And that has some rapping in it if you would prefer to have a little bit of rapping in your song.
Yeah. That was like, it was a little jarring that he just didn't do those parts, because, you know, you're expecting it.
Yeah.
But it was good. But you were saying, like, it's so, how Wanna One, even though they're singing it, it still sounds so much like a Hui song. And that's, you know, a big point that we're trying to make is, okay, well, Wanna One Energetic is so popular. And then look at Pentagon. Like, Pentagon's popular, okay? We're not trying to discredit them or like take away what they do have. But it's like, if everybody loves the music that they're making for other people so much, why can't they just go ahead and listen to their own, like, to Pentagon's music?
Yeah. And also, like, yeah, they're popular, but like, if they could just exist, like, being the amount of popular that they are, and like do what they love and have their careers, that would be great. But when it's like, we feel like they're constantly in jeopardy,
Yeah.
that's why it's like, you know, the amount of popular that they are is worrisome, because it's like, yes, they have done, you know, so many things more than other groups have maybe, but like, when you feel like their company is like not thinking that they did well enough, that they're gonna shut them down or something, that's when it's like, please, they need to be a little bit more popular, I guess, because according to their company, that's not good enough.
Yeah. Well, we talked a lot about Pentagon in general. We talked a lot about Hui and missing Yanan and, like, you know, what we might have, like, to worry about, what we might be able to anticipate. We talked about how we don't really know what's going to happen next, when they're going to have a comeback, but there's some things we can look forward to, like the fan con. That's right around the corner. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Pentagon missing hours open, but like then we got a little bit of Pentagon 6 members. Hui missing hours open, but like now he's like gonna be back, right? Yanan missing hours is still open. And then everyone, don't forget Tony missing hours were open. But hopefully they're closing now. Like
Yeah.
I'm very hyped if we can have some, even if they're just crumbs, some Tony crumbs.
Yep.
Seeping through. Crumbs don't seep through, but my tears do.
Yeah, true, relatable.
So yeah, Tony, Hongseok, appreciation. Let's get that going as well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Pentagon.
Stan Pentagon. I'm looking forward to anything and everything except like the bad things. If there are bad things, I wouldn't be looking forward to that. But that's not what I mean.
Yeah. If there's something that we can hope for, let's wrap it up by saying what we hope happens with Pentagon. And I will start by saying I hope Yanan comes back. I hope Pentagon gets a Korean comeback with Yanan, with 9 members, all the 9 members, you know, everybody there for the entire promo. I hope they get good quality promo. I hope that Cube gives them like variety content, a show that is able to actually be accessed easily, unlike that show that they tried to make, and I was like, oh wow, they're gonna have some like healing time, and then I'm like, how do I even access this program? Like they need to just literally start caring enough to give them content, because they used to have some content every now and again. They'll drop a little video, but we want group content. We do still want consistent member like solo promo if that's what they're enjoying as well. But just, you know, let them keep making music and try to actually get some content, basically.
What do we want?
Pentagon!
And when do we want it?
All the time!
Yeah, I want a 9-member comeback, and I want everyone to just have like a glowing, healing time of beauty. And like then if people have other engagements that they need to get to, like the military and things like that, then that's fine. But like, can they just have their moment? Can like Pentagon have their moment? It's been years since they've even had like half a moment. So let us know in the comments below what you hope for Pentagon in the future. And if you don't know Pentagon already, what are you doing? Hurry up, get to it. We've told you all this time, stand Pentagon. Why aren't you standing them? Or if you don't want to stand them, that's fine too. Sorry, I was too aggressive. I don't want to instigate hatred for the group in any way. So if it were to seem like, oh, well, they're pressuring people,
yeah, no,
I don't want to pressure people.
We are telling you to stand Pentagon, but like no pressure.
In a lighthearted and loving way, we're saying these sorts of things. It is no pressure. Like this is not like a bad K-pop fandom vibe.
Yeah.
Please, let's take
all
that
we're
back.
asking is for you to politely give them a fair chance. Check them out. If you don't like it, if it's not your cup of tea, okay, at least you gave them a chance. If you don't have time to stand them, okay. You know, if you don't care for their music but you like their content, watch their content. You know, I'm sure they would love to hear that. as well as, like, if it's the opposite, if you only like their music but you don't really care to watch any of their content, stream the music.
If you like happy fun songs, Shh, Humph, Naughty Boy. If you like darker, more like hip hoppy songs or something, Dr. Bebe, Lost Paradise, Round 2. I don't know. If you like ballads, Shower of Rain,
Till, Camellia, even.
Camellia.
Yeah.
Okay, like there's genres out there for you.
So many beautiful songs, so many bops, some great lyrics, great everything.
I will say, if you don't really even know where to begin in terms of K-pop, you're like, well, I would like to give them a try, but like K-pop is kind of, K-pop. One that I always go back to that I think is just such a quality good song that I feel like, how can people not just realize the mastery of it? Daisy.
Yeah,
Pentagon
Daisy's really good.
Daisy.
It got them their first win.
Incredible song. If you like retro vibes, maybe a little bit, like Do or Not.
Yeah, a live band sort of vibe too for Do or Not. So that's all we're gonna say for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the BlushCat channel and turn on the notifications and like the video. You can also check out the Meowtro Mix playlist available on Spotify. You can go ahead and follow our profile via our short link that's in the description, or it's Spotify without the vowels.com/BlushCat. And so we're going to be rolling out more playlists to match certain vibes, certain, genres. The spring mix playlist is actually now available to listen to as well. So before the season's over, you can, vibe to spring with our specially curated playlist just for you, Meowers.
Thanks for listening.
This has been Gigabyte.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow.